Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Gold Rush. It's our third episode and we're going to be having a huge cleanup today. I've been doing a lot of digging. Yeah, as you can see, we had a small strip down here that I was working on last time you saw me. Well, yeah, that's how much digging I've been doing. Cleared out a huge area, made a fair bit of progress, got a nice little stash of gold, went and cashed in about 6 ounces of that to get some cash on hand, which I used to buy a wavetable, which we're going to be using for the first time today. Got that all wired up and topped up my my truck's fuel tank because that was running low, and filled up the jerry can as well because I burnt through all my fuel, which is another reason why I'm no longer using this with the hose, just simply because given how far away the dirt is from the hog pan now, you know, the efficiency rating of how quick the dirt's getting in there just isn't as good as it used to be, and I'm burning a lot more fuel for the same amount of pay dirt. So I decided to switch back to using the bucket method. But we're almost done with this bucket here, or with this this run. And once that's done, we'll be starting to clean out the gold and see just how we end up, how much gold we end up with. So I should just need a couple of shovels just to get this up to 100%. There we go. And this is my last bucket. I don't have any more buckets after this. That's something else I bought as well. I bought myself a load more buckets. I bought another 6 buckets and a storage carry case over there as well, just to make it a little bit easier to move some of those things. So let's plonk that down there. Let's take the mats off and give them a wash. I've also played around with the volume levels a little bit. I was reading through the comments and quite a few people were saying it was hard to hear what I was saying when the water was running. So I did a check back, and yeah, the sound levels were a bit out of whack. So I've tried to do a little bit of recalibrating. Hopefully I'll be a lot clearer in this episode. But there you can go. You can see the waiting pay dirt that we have over here. And there's already 4 buckets worth of pay dirt in our magnetite separator just over there as well, so that's pretty much ready to go. And then I've got all this pay dirt here waiting as well, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more buckets. And yeah, that is all of the buckets I had in here plus the extra ones. So let's get the pumps turned on so we can start our clean out, see just how much gold we're going to make today. This is 2 days worth of solid digging pretty much. So we'll start with the dirt that's already in here. Okay, and we'll pour that into there. Now, I can't run both machines at the same time, unfortunately, because I only bought the one. I didn't buy an extra one of these cables because I would have had to buy a power splitter to run both machines at the same time. So I figured I'd just run one machine and then switch back over when I needed to. And there we go. Let's stop that. That's full and ready. And we'll take the power. Oh, no, that's the magnetite bucket. Take the power cable. No, that's also the magnetite bucket. There we go, that's the cable. And which side's that plug in? Other side. There we go. Let's process some gold here. So we've got 11 ounces effectively, just a fraction over 11 ounces. Let's see what we end up with. hoping for a nice 2 ounce average per bucket, which is what I was getting when I was doing it by hand. But the reason why I bought this wavetable is simply because cleaning out the buckets by hand in the big pan, just it takes so long, and when you have multiple buckets to do, it just eats up so many hours of your in-game day just to clean the buckets out, because each bucket has 4 loads of pay dirt in it. So that's 4, rinses, and then going and tweezering out each individual piece of gold. It just, the time just gets eaten up so quickly doing that. We added 4 ounces there. That's from 4 buckets. No, that's from 2 buckets. So yeah, that's still about the same average as we were getting before. It's just so much quicker. Very happy with that. So yep. Process next load of dirt, and while that's going on, we'll top the machine up. Okay, just drop that there. Let's get another bucket of pay dirt in there as well. So if we're getting 2 ounces for every bucket, and there were 4 buckets here, that was the 4 buckets that were in the machine, plus the 10 buckets there, 14 buckets, that should be 28 ounces of gold, in theory, that we add to our 11 total. So that could be us pushing around 40 ounces total. Wait, is my math right there? Yeah, with the slight extras, I think we could be pushing an overall total of around 40 ounces once we're done with this cleanup, which would be fantastic. That would give me plenty of cash to play about with once we cash those gold bars. You can see here how the cable keeps winding itself around the machine. We'll just wind that in a bit. There we go. So we should get another few ounces from here. Another 4 ounces from another 100, from 2 full buckets worth of pay dirt. I think going forward I will buy the splitter just so I can run both machines at the same time. That in itself again will speed up our cleanup process going forward. Oh, we're out of fuel. Okay, was not expecting to run out of fuel so quickly. Luckily, as I say, I did top up the jerry can, so I have plenty of fuel here. That's looking a little bit lower. Let's just quickly top that up while we're here. There we go. Ooh, need the can. Top that one up. Restart the machine. There we go. Hopefully that won't cause us any losses with our gold. Shouldn't do. Let's throw some more pay dirt in. This thing processes dirt so quickly. Ugh. There we go, and turn that on. I never actually saw how much gold we got on the last one. wasn't paying enough attention. So we'll see how much we get from this one. But again, I'm expecting an average of around 4 ounces per 2 buckets that we put in here, averaging about 2 ounces a bucket. Oh, 5 1/4 ounces. Very nice. Let's just take that off. Plonk that there. It's stuck on something, I'm not quite sure what. There we go. Ready for another bucket. Each bucket going in here accounts for about 24% of the capacity. So you can put just over 4 buckets worth of material in the separator. Of course, if you go over, if you've got, say, 96 or 98% or whatever it is from the first 4 buckets, and you've got that little bit of spare, do not put a 5th bucket in, because you'll go to hit 100% and then everything else wasted. You can't overfill these machines, because you just lose all that pay dirt, and especially when it takes all that time to dig it out and get it put through, just to then lose it so stupidly. It's heartbreaking. So don't make that mistake. So there, I've got 87%. That means I've got 13 left. Now a full bucket will cost me 24. Will take up 24%. So I would lose half the bucket if I were to put that in now. I'll wait. Okay. Actually, with an extra bucket ready to go, we can speed things up a little bit this way. Again, wait until I get under 50% so I don't waste any of this pay dirt. Actually, no, I'm going to wait till it finishes, because I want to see what the average is on each clean, or what the total is on each clean, to get a rough kind of idea of the average. Because that 5 1/4, that was nice, but I think that's an outlier. I don't think that's a true average. Oh, we made over 5 ounces again, so maybe 5 ounces is the average. That's good. That's an improvement on what I was getting in the bucket. So I would average 2 and a bit. When I was washing them in the pan. Last bucket of pay dirt to be added into the separator. There we go. Let's double check that's all of them. Looks like all of them. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually keep this machine running, and we're just going to start moving these buckets aside when they're full. Stack them next to the wave table, and use these empty buckets here to keep the pay dirt cleaning and separating. Up to 13% capacity in my magnetite bucket. I have no idea what that actually equates to in terms of an actual weight at the moment. One of the things I do want to see there, we've added what, 40 ounces. One thing I do want to do is add in or purchase a magnetite trailer so that I can start storing them in the trailer and transport them to the blacksmith so that I can use them to start doing upgrades there. But the problem with running in grams, and well, I'm running in ounces, the problem is that the blacksmith totals are shown in grams, not ounces, so I have no idea how many ounces I actually need for the upgrades. It won't be anywhere near as much in terms of is that it for dirt? It is. It won't be anywhere near as high a total for ounces as grams, obviously, because it's a different unit of weight measurement, but it's still going to be a lot. Alright, so I thought I was getting caught on something. Is that stump just there? Look. We're up to 31 ounces of gold. So I was saying what I wanted 40. If I'm getting 5, that's 10, 15, 20. We're going to go way... Oh no, wait, that's 2.5 each, isn't it? So that's 5 in the machine. So that's going to put us on about 35 total. That's going to make 40, 42.5, 44 ounces, give or take, at a guess. Because that was a partial bucket. Stand it up. Yeah, somewhere between 42 and 44 ounces, I think. That's not bad at all. 5.76. Wow, that's our highest that I've seen. Obviously, I don't know what we got on our second run, but that's a lot. I'm liking that. And this is making all the hard work, all that digging, so rewarding. Come on, can we break 6? That would be something, that would. Maybe we'll just hit a richer seam as we started working inwards. Maybe that's why the gold content has gone up. 5.7. Last 2 buckets of pay dirt. That's 43, 44. Even more than that. Gonna clear 45 easily at this rate. Yep, there's 45. 45.7 ounces. That is awesome. Right, let's turn these generators off. Ooh, wow. We've got some money to play about with, which means we can probably say goodbye to the digging and hello to the excavating. So let's jump in the truck. Let's head on over to the blacksmith's. I'm only going to be able to craft a small gold bar because I've only got $653 in cash. But we can then cash that in and make a couple of big bars. I'm definitely going to have enough to buy my magnetite trailer. So I think what we'll do is, once we've done the first gold bar, that'll obviously free up the money we need to craft the bigger bars that are going to be worth a lot more money, but it'll also give me the money to buy the trailer. I'll buy a trailer, we'll take it back to camp, we'll dump the magnetite bucket, see just how much magnetite we've actually got, and then see if we can afford any of the upgrades at the blacksmith before we do our next craft. I doubt we will. I've probably only got a few hundred ounces. Oh, I should have turned there, never mind. Probably only got a few hundred ounces of magnetite, and I need tens of thousands of grams. So, yeah, I'm going to be short. I'm not going. Might be halfway to one of the upgrades if I'm lucky. But at least we'll be able to find out how close we are. Alright. So how big a bar can I start with? 6 ounces. So we're going to lose 10% of that. It's going to cost us $654, which is everything I own in terms of cash. And let's just take a look at the upgrades. You can see here we can reduce the amount of time that it takes. It currently takes us 14 in-game minutes to do. I'm not worried about that. We can reduce the cost. Oh, it is showing them in ounces, look. Oh, in that case, yeah, I'm nowhere near. That reduces the financial cost of the gold bar making process. That's the one I want to work on first. Reduce the gold loss. So we're currently paying 10%. That's our gold loss ratio is 10%. We can cut that down. Then that'll mean more gold to play about with. And then eventually, that's the last one we'll be getting, I think, is to increase how big a bar we can make. Because we're currently limited to 20 ounces. But it's that one and that one. They're the two that I want, and ideally I want to get the gold losses first. Ooh. Excuse me for the strange noise from my stomach there. Just gotta wait for this bar to come. Should be ready any minute. Unless it's already ready. No, we'd be carrying a gold bar. So we're still waiting. Just watching that clock in the upper right corner. As you can see, I'm on day 6 of our first sort of season on the claim, which is an indication of how much digging I've done. There we go, there's our gold bar ready. So that's 5.9 ounces. Let's take that to the bank, see what sort of price we can get. Hopefully it's a good one. And one thing I have sussed out is the amount of money you can take out on loan, I think, is based on how much money you actually have on hand, rather than how much gold you have. So if you have a large amount of gold but very little cash, the amount that you can actually take out as a loan will be pretty small. So you can see we've got a lot of gold here. If we just go to loans, maybe I'm wrong. It's let me take 12,000 out. Let's see if that goes up once I trade in my gold bar. Ooh, price has dropped. Ooh. Might want to hang on to my gold for a bit then. I need to sell this one. That's 7 grand. And I'm going to need more than that. I can take up to 12,000. Might possibly be worth us taking out a loan rather than cashing in our gold right now. 7 grand isn't enough for everything that we need. Oops. handbrake off, but not the engine on. There we go. Let's cash in another full gold bar, so that'll be 18 ounces after deductions. We'll cash that in, and then we'll hang on to the remaining 19 ounces of gold that we'll have left over. Oh! Bad driving. Always going there a bit too hot. Paid the price this time. So yeah, if we cash this one out, a 20 ounce bar will come down to 18 after gold losses of 2 ounces. We'll sell that gold bar, and then the remaining 19 that we've got, we're going to hang on to that, wait for the price to improve, before we then cash that in at a later date. What I do want to do is just check the prices of a few things. The magnetite trailer can wait. We have no real rush for that just yet because we've got plenty of capacity left. Oops, engine off. There we go. Plenty of capacity left in the bucket, plus we can always stick that bucket on a shelf somewhere and just stick a fresh bucket underneath. We've got plenty of buckets. But what I do want to check out is the price of some of this other equipment. The mobile wash plant still at full price, 6,600. There's the magnetite trailer, 4,200. So that's going to cost 66. What am I going to need to go with that? I'm going to need... Let's see. Can I see which side? Is it this side? I'm trying to remember whether I need a... gold is ready. Yeah, I can't see the connections on this. They're not showing because it's not purchased. I'm trying to remember if I need a high voltage cable or a low voltage cable for this. Let me check the journal, see if it actually shows in here. So equipment. No. Here we go. We're into the bits of equipment. So we want trailers. Nope. There it is. Mobile wash plant. Let's see. List of spare parts. No. Doesn't say, and I honestly can't remember. Power usage 200 kilowatts. That suggests maybe high voltage. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for wash plant, wavetable. Well, these are spare parts. Yeah, I don't want spare parts. I want the actual tools themselves. Nope. Factory magnetite area. Does that mean I have to take the magnetite to a factory before I can take it to the blacksmith? I'll have to check in on that. But let's do that while I'm here actually. Magnetite. It's so small I can barely read it. When you have magnetite trailer and a magnetite separator prepared, it's time to gather magnetite, blah 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 blah. You need to process it through a hog pan, blah 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 blah. Done that, done that, done that. Magnetite separator. Don't confuse your buckets, because you can't extract gold from the trailer if you pour it in the wrong bucket. So yeah, basically we just store the magnetite in the blacksmith, sorry, in the trailer, and then take it to the blacksmith by the look of it. But I wonder if the warehouse, the factory, is a place where we can maybe sell magnetite. That'd be interesting. So I want 6,600 for that. I'll probably want a mobile water tank. That's 9,600. So that's what, 16,200. I'm going to need some more cables, probably. Let's go get our gold bar. Turn the engine off again. Yeah, we'll get a mobile mobile tank and the wash plant, and then I need an excavator, and that's not going to be cheap. That's going to set us back about 15 grand for the excavator, so we're going to need about 32 grand all told, which is why I'm thinking loan rather than... Oh, I want a mobile fuel tank as well, that was the other thing. So I'm thinking, so probably about 35, 36 grand. So I'm thinking, you know, we take out a loan rather than... Oh, no, not cashing out that gold bar. Let's go sell this. If we use the loan to cover the shortfall in cash that we have, rather than giving up the rest of our gold at a low market price, it'll at least, I would imagine, when the price goes back up, cover the interest that we pay on the loan, I would think. I hope I'm not making a fatal mistake here in terms of money. That's going to give us... Oh, nice. So we're not going to have to take out a huge loan. Let's go get the excavator for... Oh. There's something else I want to do as well. How much does it cost, just out of interest, before I get the excavator? How much is it going to cost me to upgrade the parcel? 20,000. Yeah, we're a bit beyond that at the moment. Look at that. See, my loan amount has gone up because I have 26 grand on cash. Or cash on hand. Don't need that much. I'd say I'm probably going to need about 15 grand. That'll put me on 41 and change. I've got to pay for fuel. Yeah, I'm going to go a bit higher. Go to 18,000. Let's try and do the math in my head. 15 and change for the excavator, or another 2.5, 3 grand on top of that. So let's say 18.5 grand, 19 grand for the excavator plus the other thing. I need 16, so that's 35, plus probably going to need another bit on top of that. Yeah, 18 should just about do it. How much is that going to cost me in terms of interest? 8 grand in interest. 8 grand's a lot. It's a very high interest rate. 45%. You know what? I'm just gonna stick to what we've got. I know the market's low, but we're gonna make enough gold back. I'm gonna go sell that rest of that gold. Running slightly over on this episode. Oof! We hit air. That was a big bounce. We'll sell the rest of this gold. Going forward, we'll be a bit more picky about when we sell. But right now, with the interest rate that high, I don't really want to. Yeah, I did put the handbrake on. I don't really want to spend all that money. So, you know, in terms of interest. So this should give me all the money that I need while that's processing. Still can't quite believe I hit air going over that thing, over that level crossing. Ugh, engine. Spend half my time getting in and out of this truck, back and forth, because I either keep forgetting to turn the engine off or I keep forgetting to turn the handbrake off. Here's the fuel trailer. That's $4.5 grand. Okay, so I need one of those, and I want one of these. I also want the wash plant, but I don't have any slots available to place that yet. So we'll buy both of those. We'll move one of them out the way. Oh, my stomach's making some noises. And then we'll get the wash plants. So let's... leave the engine running this time because I'm only going to be nipping in briefly. Oh, saving lag spikes. There we go. Buy the trailer, the wash plant. I only want one of them. Remove objects from the trailer slot. I've hooked up to the wrong trailer. Alright, so we'll come back with that. This is not going well, is it? Oh dear. And things started out so promisingly today. And now I've got to contend with this fence and the trailer. There we go. Leave the engine running because we're just picking up the gold bar. There it is. Just throw it in the back. And now we'll go and fill this trailer up. And I think while I'm filling up, I will call it a day. So next time out, we'll have the rest of the trailers up at the claim. I might do a couple of buckets because I want to kind of save everything else. I don't want to start digging on a half day, and I can only afford one vehicle slot, and there's something else I want to do before I start excavating. What I want to do is I want to do some drilling on the land. Now I could buy some drills, but it would just give me random drills across the entire claim, which wouldn't be very helpful. As I wouldn't be able to target the information to the to an area of the claim. It would just scattergun them across the claim. So an area of maybe 200 drill sites I would get a random information on 20 of them maybe, and they would literally be random, scattered all over the claim. So the other option is to either buy, which I can't afford to do, or lease a drilling machine from the machine shop. And what I want to do is drill some samples before I start excavating, so I can go straight in at a good gold area, rather than, you know, just picking a spot and hoping I hit lucky. So I think it costs about two to 3 grand. It's between 2 and 3, I think, to lease the machine per day, and I don't want to do it with so few hours remaining in the day. So at the start of the next day, we will lease the drill machine, and we'll drill a whole load of samples all across the claim to figure out where the good gold patch is, and then we'll get rid of the drill after 1 day, so we don't pay a second day's lease fee on it. And then we'll bring the excavator over and start excavating. So that's kind of the plan. 40 minutes. This is a long one, longer than I was expecting it to be. So with that in mind, I'm going to sign off now, and when you come back in the next episode, it'll be the start of day 7, and we'll be ready to do some drilling. So until then, thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Gold Rush very soon.